Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole, and welcome to Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty week number 2. All disclaimers from the previous video apply in today's video so we can move a little faster. Oh, that was a long video. That one was a long video, and imagine how long it took to edit. Hence why hopefully you guys actually see this video a little sooner. I'm trying to manage my time, since you would think with having all the time in the world you'd master that, but anyway, we certainly do have a lot to talk about. We have a pretty darn good sale going on with Ulta, so let's dive right in. We are starting with Sunday, March 22nd. So first off, we have 50% off all Too Faced bronzers. Now I noticed that this time we are including the Tutti Frutti. That is indeed the only one that I have in a mini size, because as I've talked about in several other videos, I've never really been a big bronzer person. I do like this one, but I'll tell you what, it is going to suit medium skin tones best, and that has absolutely been my experience with all Too Faced blush like face palettes. I think that's what I was trying to say here. The face palettes all seem to be best for medium tones. I definitely think if you're very fair-skinned, this one might not be for you. But I just don't really know about the others, so if any of you do, of course, feel free to comment. We have 50% off the Clarisonic Brush Head 2-packs. I noticed that, you know, we got so used to the Clarisonic brush heads being in every sale, and now they're really switching it up. So now instead of the 50% off, you're buying the 2-packs here, which actually works out better. So if you need to buy brush heads, they are in the sale. Diamond Platinum exclusive, 50% off the Clinique ID. Now this is something I haven't tried. I used to use a lot of Clinique products years ago, so I'm very familiar with Dramatically Different, but I have not yet tried this whole system that they have. It's a cartridge that goes inside of your good old Dramatically Different, or whichever you prefer. Comment if you guys have tried that system out. I've been trying more Clinique products lately, and I've been feeling like, oh yeah, you know, Clinique actually, they have some real hidden gems. And then we also have 50% off Lorac, which I was so shocked when I saw this. I was certain for some reason that Lorac was leaving Ulta, and I guess they're not, which is excellent because this is truly one of my favorite palettes. You know, the Lorac Pro series, the black palettes, I didn't love that formula. It's a lot more like Anastasia Beverly Hills. I always make this comparison, but it's more powdery, more pigmented, whereas this is a little more on the still intense pigment, but more on the buildable side. So this is a little bit more my style, and this particular one, Unzipped, has lasted so long in my collection because it's just such a beautiful combination of colors, especially if you do have a lighter skin tone. I can't really attest to any of these other products here, but of course, if you can, you know what to do. Monday, March 23rd is looking like a good day here. We've got the MAC lip pencils in Prep and Prime. This is a first-time steal indeed. These are going to be quite a nice price on these guys. I couldn't find any MAC lip pencils in my collection, although I've certainly owned them. I did find a Prep and Prime. Prep and Prime, it's kind of an interesting product. It's just a clear product that goes on feeling a little bit like a gloss, but really not. It's got a little bit more of a tacky feeling to it. I think what it does on your lips is it creates a barrier between your lips and the lip product. To be honest with you, I really don't use this much, especially now that I found Lime Crime's Ghost Veil, but I can see a place for it. I think that if you're having a lot of trouble with your lipstick, in particular sinking into lip lines, something like this might be worth trying. Who else has one? I think it's Urban Decay has a similar product to this too. 50% off the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I will tell you what, don't stock up on this. Don't stock up. These things last so long. I don't need any more eyeshadow primer ever in my life. This is the one drawback with Urban Decay's Primer Potion, it's kind of, I don't love it. I think most people don't love it. I really don't know why they switched to this system from the squeeze tube. I find that you kind of have to squeeze the product out and onto it. It doesn't stay with it when you pull it out, so it's like, that's honestly the reason this is not my favorite eyeshadow primer, but it is a good product. It's a fantastic base for eyeshadow. They do have different colors. This one is Eden. I feel like it's a case of if you're not using an eyeshadow primer, absolutely get one. It will be tremendously game-changing, but, you know, in terms of which one is best, I think there's a lot on the market that are all good. 50% off Grande Cosmetics Grande Lash. I just started using this, so I really can't tell you guys that much about this. I started probably a week and a half ago. So my story with lash treatments, I used the kind of much more inexpensive ones. There's one I used to buy on Yes Style for like $3, and I thought that they were nice, and I thought that what they did is kind of helped you to make sure that you were taking off all of your makeup before you put this on, because if you add a lash treatment to your lashes and you still have mascara on, it's going to go everywhere. So you're going to be like, oh, I did not take all my mascara off. And I hypothesized that that is a big part of why people could potentially run into issues with their lashes. But it is true that this is using an ingredient that is above and beyond, a step down from Latisse, basically, and yet still supposed to really treat your lashes. But even knowing all that, I really didn't know what to think. It was when I tried Dr. Lily Fans that I was like, okay, maybe there actually is something to these treatments. So I'm now trying the Grande Lash. This is not very helpful in terms of should you buy this or not. Comment if you guys have a longer term experience with this, because my deal right now is I'm willing to try it. And then 50% off the Boscia Luminizing Black Charcoal Masks and Purifying Cleansing Gel. The Luminizing Mask is a peel-off mask. Those are just never my favorites, but I have to admit to you, I really do like the Black Cleansing Gel. It is warming upon contact, and it just makes it so enjoyable to use. That's kind of, to me, that is the big appeal. I'd say it's more of a cleanser for probably normal to combination, possibly oily. Hard to confirm on that one. But it's slightly drying on my dry skin, and yet I still like it because that warming sensation. When you're cold and you gotta wash your face, that is a nice relief, let me tell you. Tuesday, March 24th is looking like a fantastic day. I'm very excited about this. Juice Beauty Stem Cellular Anti-Wrinkle Moisturizer. I've reviewed that in the past. That's a nice product if you're looking for a clean moisturizer. 50% off Lipstick Queen Select Lipstick. I've talked about Lipstick Queen. I wish I could just copy my old video over to here, but since I switched to a different system, I can't. I really do love Lipstick Queen's products. The one I'm wearing right now is a Nothing But the Nudes. There's an absolutely giant selection included here. I think what happens with Lipstick Queen is, especially with products like Hello Sailor, Frog Prince, and Morning Sunshine. So these are the pH changing lipsticks. They are never going to give you a full-on color, and I think that people try these because they're their most popular products from Lipstick Queen, and they think, oh, this is a brand with absolutely no pigment. They're lipsticks that are very easy to keep with you, throw in your bag. You don't need a mirror to reapply, but I get that they're not for everybody. If you're looking for high impact, skip these. They're not for you. However, you might like the Nothing But the Nude series. This is, what am I wearing? This one is The Whole Truth. What I will do is I'll find the Instagram picture that I made a while ago for another Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, and I'll put that picture up so you can see how those lipsticks look on. Again, it is not intense, but it is so effortless. And that's the thing is, you know, some days I'm doing really intense makeup, and I get it. I would never reach for one of those pH changing lipsticks on those days. I would want an intense lipstick, but when I'm being, you know, when I'm just wearing lipstick and mascara, they're perfect. And extremely nourishing on the lips, and that means so much to me. I need that. So we have the Dermadoctor Kadaku C 20% Vitamin C Serum with ferulic acid and vitamin E. Still have not tried that by now. I know at least some of you have picked it up, so please do comment. We have the Hydrocool Firming Eye Gels from Skin Iceland. Let me check my supply from the last sale here. So I have 2 left. Yeah, I'm definitely stocking up on these. Oh, let me make sure I explain how I use these. So what I do is I do all my skincare, I put on my serums, and then I put these on over that, and then I go about my day. I leave these on for probably longer than you're supposed to. I often do my eyeshadow while I have these on. Hey, it catches some of the fallout, I'm just saying. And then I take them off, apply a little bit of eye cream, and then go on with my foundation or whatever else. Makes such a difference. What I think these do for you is I think they give more smoothing than anything else. I don't think these are as depuffing as some other options, which I'll talk about in my next What's New in Skincare video, but I do think these are very smoothing. I think they do a good job of making any fine lines you might have temporarily disappear. I noticed that in particular because I've also tried the facelift in a bag set, and that does the exact same thing. It just kind of it's facelift in a bag for 12 hours, kind of same deal with these. I kind of feel like you either love these or you hate these because, again, I've talked about that potential for allergy if you have a latex allergy or a glue allergy, but man, I love these. And then we have 50% off the Lime Crime Venus palettes. Oh, Lime Crime, a brand that I have so much inner conflict about, but I cannot deny to you that the formula on the Venus palettes it's phenomenal. It's a very, very good formula. And as far as the long list of options that you have with the Venus palettes, I would just say grab the color scheme that speaks to you the most. I sometimes feel like, at least, well, based on my past experiences, I used to buy lipsticks and palettes that were really hyped up, and I didn't always fall in love with them. It was when I really figured out, buy what speaks to you as a person, and you'll probably like it the most, hence why I love Venus 3. I absolutely love Venus 3, and I think this is the one that people like the least, but I love it. Wednesday, March 25th, you will finally find out why I had what looked like a crumpled up towel next to me this whole time. So the Smashbox Photo Finish Oil and Shine Control Primer. I tried this today. Yeah, I've had this sample for a while. I was finally like, well, I might as well try it today. I have no idea what it feels like to produce oil from your face. I mean, I'm sure I do and don't feel it, but yeah, I don't really need to control oil and shine, but I figured in my head, if I can pull it off, then that probably means it's not the most oil and shine controlling primer in the world, which means that is indeed what I think, and I suspected it when I looked at the ingredients as well. It's kind of interesting. The ingredients list on this, it actually contains witch hazel. I think that it is probably more of a primer that is designed with oily skin in mind, as opposed to a primer that is designed to prevent oil production. It doesn't even really feel like most of the more mattifying primers. It just feels like a silicone primer. Maybe a little bit thicker, but it's actually a texture that I don't mind. I could see myself using it on my pores. I tapped it into my pores today, and it helped to blur them out. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be a holy grail for oil control, but I think it's an okay primer overall. That's all based on a first impression, so take that how you will, and if any of you have more thoughts on this, comment them below. The Creep Erase Advanced Body Repair Treatment. I have not tried that, but I've heard about this one. I think this is the most popular product from this brand. Oh, 2,216 reviews, indeed it is. Lightly whipped, fast-absorbing formula addresses signs of aging on the body tone, texture, and elasticity. Please comment if any of you guys have tried this. I don't have a lot of experience with body products. I keep saying that's something I want to do, explore that territory, and I just still haven't done it. What else do we have here? We have the PMD. I've talked about this one before. Some people seem to really like it. A lot of people seem to have purchased this and kind of forgotten that they bought it, but that was just that was my own research into the reviews on that one. It kind of talked myself out of buying it because I did consider purchasing it at one point. Oh, I'm skipping words. See, I know it's going to be another long video. Clarins One-Step Gentle Exfoliating Cleanser with Orange Extract. Oh, I tried this one ages ago. I'm going to tell you guys what, I remember liking this, but I had so little experience with everything that is out there at the time I tried this, so comment please if any of you guys have a more informed opinion on that. However, when it comes to the makeup eraser, do you know how old this is? These things don't die. They last forever. I think mine's got it's got some stains on it, but I mean, ancient. Makeup eraser's claim with this has always been, you just apply water and rub, that's it. And it mostly works. It doesn't work on really heavy makeup, but these days, I still do use this, but I use it as a way of using less disposable cloths or cotton balls. I still use this. I use primarily the softer side, not the shorter hair side. For that reason, I'll just kind of put my toner on, add my toner, use this with a little bit of Lancome by Facile. So I'm not selling this to you in the same way as makeup eraser, but if you want a very sturdy cloth for that type of a purpose, that's what I would recommend this for. Thursday, March 26th. Oh, this is such a flashback for me. I feel like I'm thinking about products that I have not thought about in 5+ years in this video. So the Clinique Blended Face Powder and Brush, I used to use this. I never liked the brush that was included with this, but I did like the powder. I do genuinely think that there are some better products on the market now, but $14.25, fragrance-free, it's a good powder. Stainless Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. This was my old holy grail, replaced by the Maybelline Hyper Easy. But, well, now that it's $11, the price is practically the same. Basically, Ulta, you throw me a sweet, sweet points multiplier or a gift with purchase, and I'll repurchase it. It's a very good product. It is a felt tip as opposed to a brush tip, though. The Philosophy Purity Made Simple Moisturizer. I actually have never tried the Purity Made Simple Moisturizer. I tried the Purity Cleanser, and I tried the Renewed Hope in a Jar Moisturizer. From the ingredients, it doesn't look bad. Shea butter, metafoam oil. It's got a low percentage of alcohol, denatured alcohol, under 1%, as well as some dye. I will never understand the dye in moisturizer thing. Linalool and limonene, so some amount of people will not be able to use it, but I bet that does actually work out well for quite a few people. $12.50, not a bad price. That's something about Philosophy. I always felt like they had better prices than a lot of other mid-range skincare brands. Sunday Riley Flash Fix Kit. Now this one is very exciting because for as much as I want to not love Good Genes because of its price tag, oh, I do. So that's the 0.27 ounce size of Good Genes. That's enough to be able to try it out if you've never tried it. The ceramic slip cleanser is also in here, an ounce of that. That should last you a good amount of time too. That's really $12.50 to try those. That's a good deal. That one's probably, I could see that one selling out because I could see people buying multiples of that kit. And then 50% off the Nabla Skin Glazing. Gosh, those look so pretty. I was actually wearing my Nabla Secret palette in last week's video, so I really do like my Nabla, my one Nabla item. Oh, these are, I really don't need highlighters, but they're so pretty. Here's a summary of the reviews. There's really not that many. So it seems like some people absolutely love this. Somebody in here called it a dupe for Amrezi, or specifically the shade Amnesia. Pretty tempting. That was a pretty tempting review for me. But other people are saying it is not the same intensity. And so what I've gathered from these reviews is it probably is not the most intense highlighter out there. But it might be more of one of those that does give you that glow from within. Now I'm quoting these reviewers. That is tremendously tempting. Friday, March 27th, we have the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer. I always love First Aid Beauty. This is another brand that is also more on the affordable side, so it's nice to see some more affordable skincare brands this week because we didn't really see that last week. Very, very nice formula on this. I think it would be wonderful if you do have more sensitive skin. I really don't see anything in here that could irritate your skin. Of course, check ingredients, but I really think it'll work for the vast majority of people. That said, it's a little bit lighter. I don't think it's not a heavy moisturizer. It's certainly more on the light side. So it might be better if you have more combination skin, maybe even oily, although I'm always hesitant. I'm always hesitant to act like I know about oily skin because I really don't. Murad Select Cleansers. I have tried the AHA, BHA Exfoliating Cleanser. Personally, I prefer my AHA and BHA to be in a mask or in a leave-on product. The Essential C Cleanser, kind of the same thing, but I know that a lot of people do enjoy those. 50% off the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara and Liner. Oh, I meant to grab this. Aura has it. I do not have the Superhero Mascara because I hate it, and yet it is her absolute favorite. Superhero Mascara is a very dark mascara, but it is so goopy to me. So more on the mascara theory. So I think part of why separation matters so much to me is that I am very nearsighted. I'm very nearsighted. If I take these out, I can only see to like right about here, which means when I'm doing my makeup, I have an incredible view of my lashes. And anytime a mascara clumps them even a little bit, I pretty much notice it and dislike it. And whoa, IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, that is some clumpiness, at least up close. So, you know, I could see, she has normal vision, bless her heart. Bless her heart. And the thing is, it does look good on her. I'm probably just nitpicking these things that are, you know, extremely up close. So yeah, it's not a mascara for me, but a lot of people love it. I live with one. 50% off the Foreo Luna Mini. I do want to direct you to my 2-week trial. I didn't use this. I used the sensitive one, but it was quite an enlightening trial because I used only my hands on half my face, only the Fri on half my face. It was this half, right? I don't remember now. And then my hands on the other half, and it was quite a difference. So 50% off, it's pretty good. And I do think that this is a nice size. The nice thing about the Mini 2 is you get the normal side, you get the oily side, and these do have, it's a different texture to them. I don't like the oily side. Wow, I wonder why. But this side I do like. Saturday, March 28th, we have 50% off the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I've really gone through so many emotions with this. I've had mine for a long time. I've gotten a lot of use out of it, and I do think it is very pretty. I like it in particular with light, medium coverage foundations, because if you go too light, your skin can look greasy, and if you go too full coverage over this, it kind of becomes, why is the point? Why is the point? Why? Why is the point? I like it. For a while, I was recommending the Physicians Formula Spotlight Primer over it because there's quite some similarities between the two, a lot of similarities. But yeah, now that one is discontinued. So with this back at 50% off, it is a nice product. It is beautiful glass packaging. If you like illuminating primers, you'll probably like it. 50% off the Perricone MD Vitamin C collection. Oh, finally, the Vitamin C Ester Brightening Serum. So this, well, there's a bunch included here, but this is the one I want to highlight because this pretty much is my top recommendation. I think when it comes to vitamin C, you probably want to use it closer to your skin, so you're probably going to see more results from a vitamin C containing serum than a vitamin C containing moisturizer. This is THD Ascorbate. I think I linked you guys my vitamin C video last time, but if you do want more info, that is a more stable form of vitamin C that may have more benefits for anti-aging purposes, and it's already really not a bad price. $69 at retail is really not bad. So for mid-range, for Perricone MD. And there's quite a few products included this day. The Brightening Overnight Treatment, you do have an SPF 30 moisturizer in here, which I would recommend if you're trying to boost that vitamin C further, but the serum gets my top pick. Kylie Cosmetics Select Lipsticks and Gloss. I have just not tried anything since I tried her matte liquid lipstick years ago. Was underwhelmed, but you know, that was at the time where everybody was wearing matte liquid lipstick, so let me know if any of you guys tried this. Is it even good, or are we all still on the same page with there's brands I'd rather buy from than Kylie Jenner. 50% off the Mario Badescu Grab and Go travel set. So this is pretty nice. This is going to be $11. You get a full size of drying lotion, which is usually $17 on its own. And you also get the 2-ounce facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. I absolutely think that is all you need to bring out the intensity of your eyeshadows. You know how for years on YouTube people used MAC Fix Plus? Why? You never needed a product that was that expensive for that purpose. So, I mean, potentially this kit is very specific in its needs. If you deal with acne and you want to intensify your eyeshadows, then this is a fantastic pick for you. Don't really know what to tell you if it's a one or the other situation, because it's still drying lotion on sale, but not a deal on this spray. I want to mention the Ulta deals before the Hot Buys this time because they're such a better deal than the Hot Buys. So let's really quickly go over those. So we have $8 for all foundations, $8 for all primers, and $8 for all brushes. Some of their brushes go up to $20. I'm going to tell you right now, Ulta is criminally underrated for the quality of their brushes. They are so good and nobody talks about them. Well, I do. And I will link my Ulta video. I talk about the foundations, I talk about the primers in that video, so just click that video if you're interested in more information, because I'm trying not to make another 35-minute video. We also have the bath candles will be 50% off. I've never tried Ulta's candles. Nope, I just bought a diffuser in the Nordstrom rack sale. Oh, in case you guys don't know, Nordstrom is doing 25% off everything, which is mind-blowing, and Nordstrom Rack has also been doing an additional 20% off. So yeah, your girl got a Nest sugar cookie diffuser for $14. Shipped. You know that word shipped matters. You know it does. So let's talk about this week's Hot Buys, which are all 30% off, and the categories this time are eye and anti-aging. So I'm gonna try to fly through these because I think that 30% off is a price tag where if it's something you were eyeing already, it's worth it. But if you're not really that interested in something, I don't know if 30% off is enough of a discount to make you go, yeah, I'll get it. So we have the Kylie eyeshadow palettes, and I will admit to you, I was very hard on Kylie's brand for years on my channel. Then I finally bought this palette, and it's really good quality. I did say at the time I talked, I'll link you guys the video with this one. I said that I didn't think the color scheme was anything all that innovative, and I still don't, but I do think the quality of the shadows made me shut my big mouth. Well, how good can Kylie's formula possibly be? Well, apparently it can be pretty good. 30% off Stilo mascaras. I've seen the huge lash mascara for 50% off for sure. The newer one I haven't. Do I want to say the name of that one? 30% off Lorac Pro palettes. Save your money because you can get those in a Kohl's sale for 50% off. Tarte Pro Amazonian Clay Palette. See, it's hard for me to get that excited about these because I've seen all of these products for 50% off. The Smashbox Always Sharp Waterproof Kohl Liner. I do have to admit, I like these. I like these because I've fallen in love with this whole system of having the sharpest tip every time you open it. Basically, when you close these products, you actually hear it sharpen inside the lid. It's very convenient, especially if you are like me and you're always running late in your life. You don't have to sit there with a sharpener. You just open it and go. 30% off the Pure Creator and Extreme Visionary palettes. The Creator palette got me. This is a palette where you can pop every one of these shadows out. You can pop out the bronzer and the highlighter, and that is something that I've really been turning to more and more. I love the customization aspect. It's interesting though because it's a foam tray. It's not what you think. It's actually easier to take these out, in and out. And these are beautiful. Oh yeah, hello, I'm wearing this today. I almost forgot to mention that. These are really, really beautiful colors. Really nice formula on this. You know, with Pure has had a reputation of being hit or miss. For me, this is a hit, but I'll tell you what, I've been kicking myself for buying this Extreme Visionary palette because it's awful. In my opinion, of course. The problem with this palette, in a nutshell, is that it contains hemp oil, which sounds very nice, but it contains too much hemp oil. So what happens is these are not even just creamy, they kind of are practically oily. I think as close to oily as you could get. So I bought this so I could pop these out too, because I like this whole system like I just talked about with the Creator palette. But I don't feel comfortable putting these in with another palette because it's too different of a formula. You might like this if you're doing a one eyeshadow look and you have dry eyelids. That's pretty much the only way I could see being like, oh yeah, that's a great palette. Because the mattes in here, what do you think happens to mattes when you put oil in them? We got any guesses here? They get shiny. I was getting real heated. I paid full price. Wow, you did well there. KKW Beauty So Fire collection. I've actually heard a lot of people say they really love this, but I've never tried it. That's a good price though, actually, isn't it? For KKW, I don't think I've seen her products go 50% off. Lash Food, Brow Food, Phytomedic Natural Eyebrow Enhancer. Pro tip: you can use your lash serum on your brows. And that is exactly what I'm doing with the rest of my Dr. Lily Fan Serum. I'm not out, but I feel like I've used it enough to not feel comfortable using it around my eyes, so we are now trying it as a brow serum and using the Grande Lash on my lashes. True story. And then we have the Amazing Cosmetics Illuminate Eye Primer, which I have also not tried. Getting into the anti-aging section, we have the Perricone MD Cold Plasma Collection. You either love this or you hate it. 30% off is a good price, although I've seen better. I do think Cold Plasma is a good product. A few items from Strivectin, including the Wrinkle Recode Line Transforming Melting Serum. That's a good serum, but it's surprisingly heavy. The Blue Rescue Clay Renewal Mask, which I haven't tried, and the Hyaluronic Tripeptide Gel Cream, which I have also not tried. In Skin Iceland Select Serums, the Brightening Eye Serum, I finally did try that, and I gotta say I did like it. I was always kind of hard on eye serums because they're so small for the amount you pay. But I have to admit they do last a long time, so I've changed my mind on them. I think that if you are really struggling with your under eye area, it might be worth trying a serum. Juice Beauty Phytopigments Flawless Serum Foundation and Green Apple Age Defy Serum. We're getting into a bunch of stuff I haven't tried, so I'm just basically going to list some products for you, and if you do have any thoughts, please share them below. Somehow I still haven't tried the Peach and Lily Matcha Pudding Antioxidant Cream, although I've heard a lot of people do like this and are excited to pick it up in the sale. Dr. Brent Needles No More Plump Fix and Travel Size Magnetite. Just kidding, I did try Magnetite. So this is the way to try it if you're curious about this product. I do like it. I think that it's surprisingly effective, but I also think that the delivery of it is kind of a gimmick. I don't think it needs to have that magnet system. I don't think it's really giving you any additional benefits. I think the product itself does give you benefits. So take that how you will. Some products from Boscia, the Mermaid Fire and Ice Cryo C peel-off masks. I don't like their peel-off masks, but I typically do like their moisturizers and their cleansers. The Indigo Eye Cream is also included, 30% off Trilogy, another brand I've yet to try anything from. Meaningful Beauty Cream de Serum. Exuviance Wrinkle Smooth Topical Peptide, Patchology Select items. I'm buying the foot peel. The Best Foot Forward Softening Foot and Heel Mask. I'm sorry, it just seems like this is prime time for me to do this. Not leaving the house, not seeing any people, totally fine with my feet peeling and looking beautiful in the future. Yeah, I'm buying it. So we're all on the same page here. I've done it before. I do love it. It's an experience. It's truly an experience. If you really enjoy watching stuff come off your skin, as George Carlin discussed many years ago, you'll like it. Probably will. They got quite a few Patchology items in here too, including the night eye gels, which I've tried. Those are nice. You do have to lay down while wearing them. Kate Somerville Line Release Under Eye Repair Cream, Dermadoctor Wrinkle Revenge Rescue and Protect Eye Balm, Han Skin Hyaluron Skin Essence, New Face Line Smoothing Serum, and then finally, Leaders Select Sheet Masks, of which none of these are the ones that I have tried. And we've come to the end of week number 2. Remember that Sephora is price matching what they carry. It's ended up being a much smaller list compared to Ulta's, which really made me realize just how much Ulta carries. And Ulta is doing free shipping at $15, but Sephora is doing free shipping with no minimum, so that free ship code from Sephora may benefit you more. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.